Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside being mindful. It's practice and it does take practice. And it's not as recognizable or easy to do as people think. You can't just say, be mindful. There's a little more to it. The act of being aware, being present. I am a certified forest therapy guide. I'm not a therapist. Nature, the forest, is the therapist. I'm simply the guide. And it's through a series of invitations, through a series of practices that involve sensory work that allow us to connect to nature. And in doing so, connecting with ourselves. So the act of being mindful as a practice is something that has been proven to help with anxiety, to help with depression. The act of being present, aware of your own thoughts, your own senses, allows you to take away from that act of rumination. That is the act of thinking about, conversations or feelings or circumstances, occurrences that happened in the past, or the narrative in your own head of things that might be upcoming, that are pending, that are causing you some stress. So the act of practicing mindfulness does allow for better relationships, as it allows the participant of someone being mindful to create some empathy and non-judgmental, non-objective uh, awareness, understanding of a situation, of an event, of an interaction. So in the practice of forest therapy, we share mindfulness through sensory work. So the act of taking a moment to pause and just focus on one sense at a time, listening. What sounds are coming from far away? What sounds are nearest to me? What sounds bring me joy? All right. After that, deep inhalations through the nose. What am I smelling? Those smells might be coming from far away. They might be part of me. Sense of touch, right? Maybe it's the air or the wind, or maybe there's some interactions with different textures of other living things, whether it be bark or leaves or grass or moss or water. All right. So what brings me joy? Through my sense of touch. And if I expose my tongue, you can taste the air. All right. Where is that coming from? What brings me joy? And sight, fractals, the contrasts, shades, so many different things to see and observe. Movement. All right. Our eyes track forward, and we are very much movement based animals. So by moving through nature slowly, quietly, calmly, participating in some sensory work, the lateral eye movement, going back and forth, navigating through the natural world, also engages both hemispheres of the brain, the emotional and the logical. That in and of itself does help with anxiety, with depression, and it's used in treating patients with trauma. Right? So being mindful, whether you're listening to a conversation or observing interactions with others, does allow you to be in the moment, does allow you to be present. So practicing such a thing through sensory work is a great stepping stone to the overall practice of mindfulness, awareness, noticing without judgment, right? And also through that, being mindful of your own being. So that might involve simply doing a little bit of a body scan. So start with your feet, right? Try and release some tension, wiggle the toes, roll the ankles, right? How are they feeling? Move up through the calves, right? Do some heel raises, do some toe lifts, activate your shins, your calves, right? And then your knees, all right? Wiggle them back and forth, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes. Rotate the hips a little bit, right? Engage your core. Think about your lower back. Think about your abdomen. Work up from there. Your diaphragm, focusing on some good deep inhalations, some full and complete exhalations, dropping the shoulders, rotating some shoulders, coming down through the arms, elbow, focusing on the wrists, going through each of the digits. How are they feeling? And then the neck, small rotation of that, release some tension, chin up, chin down, to the left, to the right. And think about all those muscles, all right? The 230 muscles it takes to smile. Finally, end with the top of your head, all right? Doing that body scan can take a couple moments, right? It should take a couple moments. But that act, that body scan, being mindful, being present, yes, you're focusing on that, who you are, where you're at, what you're doing, not focusing on those other things that might cause stress. So being present, being aware, noticing, being calm, without judgment, builds empathy. You can build empathy for yourself as well. So be present, be aware, be mindful. Practice some sensory work, and it really does help to start that practice in nature, because there are so many benefits to interacting with other living things, other elements out in nature. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time and energy, spending time. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.